Qualifiers. My name is Nomad, he's Mofarah, and we are now getting into the best of ones. And I do apologize for the slightly late start, but we do have ourselves 2 drafts online for Nemiga Gaming versus Team Spirit here in this best of 1 group stage. But firstly, Mo, how are you doing, my man? Be very quick, because we do have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. Go. What's going on? What's been picked? Who's playing?
I just want to say, coming into this series, just to understand where both teams are. Both teams are 1 and 3 coming into this series. So whoever loses is basically out of the running to get through the playoffs. So
it's a fairly important game, you could say.
It's fight to survive.
His back's against the wall. Who has the better instincts when it comes down to the nail? Wow, this is this is a very, very nerve-wracking game for both of these teams. And you know, we've got some big names in both of these teams as well, especially Team Spirit. You know, there's so many like classic players on this team. You expect them to have the experience and the skill to be able to maybe hold their own in this group stage, but it just didn't go their way yesterday, did it?
No, not at all. Let's have a look at the results on day 1. So they lost to Empire. They lost to they beat Fly to Moon. They lost to
10
Navi.
seconds remaining.
And then they lost to Gambit. So they have had some hard games, to be fair.
5 seconds
They played Navi
remaining.
and Gambit.
But let's look at these drafts, though, because we've got a Slardar coming out from Nemiga. We've got a Sniper on the side of Team Spirit, but more importantly, a Void on the side of Team Spirit. Like, these are heroes I haven't seen for a very long time, and they're pulling out in a match where it's basically, as you say, a fight for survival.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Or maybe they feel like they needed a bit of a swap up, but G playing the Sniper's a classic.
Yeah.
I mean, especially against the OD mid. This is something we've seen from him a lot. Yeah, the Slardar's a different one, though. But it is a melee call that plays well with the Grimstroke Ink as well. So I'm not too surprised. I feel like their draft's super greedy, though, on this Nemiga Radiant Gaming side. They've got this Wraithing, OD, and Slardar. I feel like they all need a little bit of time to come online. You know, do you really want to give this Void plus Sniper time? Because as soon as that Chrono goes off, as long as he hits at least 2 or 3, this Sniper's just going to be outputting so much damage that Nemiga can't really touch because they don't have any gap close to get on top of the Sniper. Like, you're very reliant on these cores just picking up blinks and trying to get on top of him early on. Ooh.
Oh, yes, indeed.
It's a pretty Wraith King.
It's pretty Wraith King. I'm not sure you can ever call Wraith King that, but yes, he's looking quite mighty there with his sword. And of course, Vanskoll, Oracle, looking very good. So we get into this game number 1. Game 1 out of 1, but game number 1 of the day. Of course, we've got plenty of best of 1s to come, and then as well. So plenty of Dota to be played. Let us get into it.
So it looks like they're sneaking mid at the moment on the Sky side. We can try and get some vision out. Velhor actually doesn't have a ward on him on the Earth Spirit, which is interesting. Even though he's the one that's going to be rolling out. I think they might have spotted him. I think they might have seen the OD put his ward down there. It was close. Yeah, they're pinging it out. That's really well played by the Dota side.
Was that just using the Earth Spirits rolling?
So it's going to be Slardar, Rubik top. Okay. I guess you have like decent control in this lane, right? Do you want to put the Darkseer up against them, or do you feel like the Void would be able to deal with it? That's a difficult lane for the Void.
It's not an easy one. He's just hiding in the trees so far. Hopefully he can get out of the trees at some point in this lane, but of course, just trying to see the matchups here. Yeah, so do you consider Slardar to be a good laner? Because I've always been like, well, he's got pretty good stats, right? 5 armor on a nice strength hero with 620 starting HP. Feels pretty good, right?
Yeah, he has a decent lane most of the time, but then like there's some lanes which he just doesn't do well in at all. He should do well in this one, though. Void doesn't really deal with him too well. Especially when you've got the Rubik to help, too. Slardar should be fine.
Got a bit of action down at bottom as Valor and BZZ. They try to kind of interrupt this creep killing they're going to be doing. And Fervian, nah, they're interested in the creeps. They want the creeps. They're not interested in the kill. Although I say that, Velhor rolling over does connect with the roll forwards onto Fervian right now. The right clicks coming in from both him and Vanskjor. Fervian on the run, going north, trying to go to a tower, but this isn't his side of the map. But the root comes out onto his teammate, and that's going to find the kill. A neat kill to start off the game for Team Spirit.
Yeah, that was a little first blood. Nice little play.
Ooh, your sound levels are all over the place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, up and down like a yo-yo.
Excellent idea.
Check your cables, man.
I'm trying. How is it now? Is it fine?
Yeah, that's cool. It was fine, and then at the end of the sentence kind of tailed off a little bit. BZZ takes a stroke of fate. He's just going to lead the creeps on a merry stroll now. Ooh, he gets a range creep deny. Okay, can he get the other one? No, he can't. He goes in with the right clicks, and I mean, let's have to be a little bit careful. This is 2 ion shells taken away at him right now, with the blocks coming in from BZZ. He actually takes a ton of damage there, so even if BZZ doesn't get the kill right now, he's just going to salve up. Darkseer cannot do a thing about that, but the roll forward, ooh, a small miss from Velhor there, but it is a costly one all the same.
The airstrip did go and deny the ward, by the way, as well.
You've gone very, very, very quiet again.
Oh my god.
Alright. We can... roll forward again, but does miss onto Fervian, and this is where all the action's been going on right now. We haven't even looked at the other lanes, haven't even had a chance, but if we look... No, I just want to keep an eye on Fervian here, because he is getting run down a little bit. Velhor might choose to go into the tower for this one, but does decide to back himself away. Those tier 3 towers, nothing to mess with at this stage in the game. Meanwhile, up at top, Astral trying to just interrupt Vanskjor. Is he trying to pull this one? It's just messy pull. Or stack? I don't know what was going on here, but there's some crazy stuff going on in this top lane as well. It's Illidan tries to lane up versus the chosen one on the Slardar. And Slardar, yeah, he's not destroying the Void or anything like that. Void is ahead in the lane, but doing her best. Astral laning up with him as well on the Rubik. Considerably weaker laner than a lot of other supports. And they're just being careful now as Fervian again just peppering them. They're getting a lot of harass ton down here. Bringing the Darkseer very low, and there's going to be a roll forwards onto him here, but there's no iron. Oh, there is an iron shell on the Aspirate. You can barely see it. Fervian, though, he's just getting run down right now. Is he going to be okay? I don't think he is. I think he needs a stroke of fate. He needs to do anything. We're trying to get to the tower here, but the right clicks. Oh, another fairy fire, though. Going to keep Fervian alive for the time being. And Velhor will just sadly walk back very close. Meanwhile, BZZ suicides himself under the tower.
I almost feel bad.
So, 3 minutes in, and let's look towards his mid lane, which we haven't really paid that much attention to, but it's 12-1 on Melojul. Meanwhile, G, he is 18-10, so significant advantage so far for the sniper, but of course early on in the laning phase, this could all change on a dime, one rotation, but who's that more likely to come from? I mean, they've got an Esper on the side of Team Spirit, so I feel like G is just going to be an even better situation. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Velhor will take a full. Zitrax grabs that one. BZZ on the run as well. I think he's going to be alright here, though. It's the stroke of fate in 3 seconds. If BZZ isn't careful, he might find himself on the receiving end of that one, but he does get himself under the tower and away to safety.
Right, how are we doing now?
Sounding okay?
Okay, good stuff. Right, fill me in on the last minute in 5 words.
I mean, bottom lane has just been like a drunken brawl, pretty much. It's just been a bar fight. They've been smashing each other up. Fervian died, BZZ suicided, and then the Velhor did die as well. But now he's rolling back in the bottom lane. See, the action does not stop down here, but this King Swell is actually going to force them back for the time being. Waiting just a little bit as Earthspirit's taking a fair amount of harass, but the stroke of fate actually misses onto both of them. But it doesn't matter. They're going to chill a little bit with the aggression here. Yeah, over in the mid lane, Sniper's doing pretty well for himself. You know, 25-14 now to the 17-3 of the OD. It's kind of expected. You know, G really loves this matchup. Well, BZZ, again, on the run. The skeletons are the ones which are chasing him right now. Get him, boys. Get him. Trying to remember him down. You think you killed them, but... Oh, he's back. Meanwhile, Velhor actually rolls down to bottom, but he's a little bit late in picking up that rune, and Fervian will be able to grab that one. So, equal on the bounties. Velhor just a little bit late off the mark there, but will be able to get a ton of harass into Grimstroke. He's just been making so much use out of this Orb of Venom by chasing Fervian around the entire game. Been pretty
Yeah,
sick.
something I wanted to point out about this top lane before, by the way, is that if you look at the bash duration of the Slardar, you saw it just then, that when he bashes, it only lasts like 1.2 seconds at level 3, so that the Void's time walk like backtracks damage in the last 2 seconds.
Cheeky
So unless he
down range
uses the stun after on the Slardar, they can't chain stun him long enough.
Yeah.
Stop him getting the time walk damage back off from the bash.
Yeah, 2 bounce strike duration. I see what you mean. But now at the point in Slithering
Top
Crush
lane.
might be enough, but Vanscore's actually in some real trouble here, and the bash comes through and finds a kill. A lot of damage coming out onto it, but now the return kill coming in with the bashes onto Astral. Gonna grab that Rubik, no problems at all. And at the mid lane, Velhor's looking for something. It is now nighttime, which is the ideal point for an Earth Spirit to gank mid. But Meljul's like, yeah, I know what this guy's going to be doing. I know you, Velhor.
I mean, he knows something's up and it's nighttime. He doesn't have any vision in the mid lane at the moment as well, so he has to play really carefully.
Scary time. Meanwhile, Fervian getting real tired of this Darkseer by this stage, I would imagine.
Can we just talk about how much G's owning this mid lane, by the way, as well, on the sniper?
Sure, yeah. I mentioned it a few times here. The stun's out onto the BZZ, though. BZZ's actually taking a die here down at the bottom lane. Taking a die. That's what he's doing. Do you reckon
Just
that'll
the one
catch
die.
on? Yeah. Taking a
Oh,
die,
mid lane as
catching the
well.
D.
Oh,
No,
D.
that's something completely different. He's fine. He's got Astral. No problems.
A nice salve as well, just before he used the Astral to keep
Yep.
himself alive.
Yeah,
really
really
well
a
played.
second assassinate's not going to kill him. Very cheeky. Well done. 10 out of 10.
Exceptional fight.
How do you get the vision on him there? Did the
Good
observer
question.
see him or creep close to the tower? I
Nice
don't know.
stacking by the Rubik, by the way. Look at this. OD's like, oh, I don't care if I've had a bad lane.
Yeah.
I just take jungle instead.
Mucho Junglo.
Radiant's middle tower is
Fortunately,
under attack.
yeah, these mud golems kind of annoying for the OD to deal with. Oh no, Arcane Orb does pure damage. He doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. He's loving it.
And it's gained him like
Fervian and Bell.
huge amount of XP.
This game's
bot
just
lane as
violent
well.
so far, yeah. It's
Again.
going down, yeah. This bottom lane. The brawl continues. BZZ, he's on the run. He wants to time it correctly, gets stunned up. Now we'll be able to search afterwards. Is the Inkswell going to come down? No, because it's onto a skeleton? All right. A little bit of a misclick there. Still trying to run
Here
down
comes the Rubik though.
Lift up, throwing him back. It's not long, but it might be long enough for the kick away. Velhor just trying to make it as awkward as possible to kill BZZ, but die he will do. Zitrax gets himself another one, which sends him onto a killing spree now on this Wraith King. So he's 57 CS, and he's on a killing spree right now. Zitrax, he's having the absolute dreamboat game.
He's doing really well. He has a Midas to help him scale as well, so he's going to be the top dog so far.
Yeah, what I like about this Midas as well is that if you have a good start to the game and you got Midas, it means you can continue to rotate and you can continue to be super active around the map and around the game.
Top lane.
Top lane. Chosen one. He's being run down this time. Ooh, he's getting low. The right clicks come in, and Placeless Void will be able to finish the job.
Yeah, nice rotation. They really needed to keep the Slardar down. So like he's going to be the important one for this Radiant side. You know, the OD and the Wraith King. We talked about both needing a little bit of time. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on this Slardar to try and do things towards the start of this game. So if you can keep him down, you know, that's going to be a lot of the tempo from the Radiant side being shut down quickly. What's this Void going to build this game? Do you want to hedge your bets?
Well, I heard about this guy who's like high immortal, and he's been playing the Void, and he's just been like buying Battle Furies like every single game, and he's on like a 70% win rate or something with it. So, yeah, Bowie did a video on it, I believe. So, oh, down to the bottom lane, Velhor. Oh, he just got caught going in deep there.
Radiant's middle tower
I think
is
he was
under
trying to get a
attack.
ward down. He had one in his backpack.
Okay, going for the deep vision. Unfortunately, finds himself a deep death instead.
I am really surprised the Scrimstroke hasn't put a point in the... okay, I was going to say, it hasn't put a point in the Phantom's Embrace yet. It's really good against Darkseer. Stops him from surging away, you know, has really low attack speed to be able to deal with the Phantom's Embrace as well.
Absolutely. Little roll forwards on Fervian. The wall lands onto 2 quite nicely, but Zitrax does just focus up and grab himself the bounty rune. The Purge comes in onto Zitrax here. BGZ and Velhor, well, they both get hit by the stroke of fate. Fervian very low, but will manage to just run himself away from this one. It doesn't look like any blood's going to be spilled down here. A lot of spells cast, but no lives taken.
Yeah, that's really sad for the Earthstrat as well, because I think he had a raindrop before.
Radiant's
You know, you
bottom
always
tower
use the raindrop
is
to build
under
into an urn. He actually had it
Yeah.
on one usage left and didn't put it into his backpack. So
Oh no.
gonna have to buy another one now, unfortunately.
Mistakes made.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's looking at it, isn't he? He's
Radiant
considering
structures
things.
are
Meanwhile,
fortified.
Sniper has actually picked up a Midas of his own. Immediately manages to use it. But this is a 10-minute 43 Midas. I mean, admittedly, he's got the 3 Wraithmans. He's been doing okay in the mid lane, but you just compare
Dire
him
structures
to
are
Zidtrax, who's just an absolute unit right now, and he's so far ahead in every sense of the word. Having a great time.
Yeah, I mean, this Sniper's doing fine though, right? The Wraithing's got 4 kills on top of him, which is
Yeah.
where the net worth difference has come from. Unfortunately, the bot lane just didn't go as well for the Dire side as they were hoping.
No.
You know, this is the problem when you... Oh, hang on, bot lane first.
Yeah, going on to Zidtrax here. He has got this reincarnation, just gets the level in it, turning it around. While the supports come in, I feel like they kind of need to, because you can't just let this guy die. And yep, Virgil is here. Zidtrax just going to run himself forwards. I'm not scared of you kids. You take my life
Top lane
once.
as well.
Still going down as Faceless Void caught in the trees. The stuns come out, but there's the Time War to get himself away and get that all-important HP back. Meanwhile, Velhor just hitting into Fervian. Fervian just throws on the Soulbind onto him. Get away from me. And Velhor just kind of hiding in the trees right now. Again, nobody actually dying here. This time, not even reincarnation.
I like this play for the Radiant though. They really need to go and play around their Slardar, especially with this catapult spawn. They need to try and put as much pressure onto this Void as they can, 'cause it's only going to get harder as time goes on. I wonder if they're trying to keep their catapult alive. See the Rubik just tanking the tower with the Slardar as well.
So 6-3 is the scoreline right now. That's 1k gold advantage, and that's pretty much entirely on the Wraith King right now. Zidtrax, what can he do with his gold? Well, he's going to be going for the Radiance. No big
this
surprises.
Sniper-
Meanwhile, Void, what's he got queued up? Okay, he's going into the Maelstrom.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind this. I think he needs some kind of scaling item is what I was going to say, whether he might go for like a Midas or of his own, or just go for... Some people like to go Mask of Madness, which I really, really dislike. I think
Radiant's
Maelstrom's
bottom
fine.
tower is under attack.
Yep, I do so agree.
Dire
Although he's
are
got the Battle
scanning.
Fury cosmetic, so in a way he's already got a Battle Fury, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's true. Imagine if that was a thing. You just get a free Battle Fury at the start of the game, always.
Yeah, I've always thought cosmetics should give you in-game bonuses.
Yeah. Love microtransactions.
Yeah. Mind you, I think the Invoker persona is probably going to be... Oh, down at bottom, Astral takes a dive. Just a cheeky kill into a Rubik. No big deal, no big deal.
Oh, Wraith King, you didn't Midas the creep. What are you doing, son? Just ran up to it and smacked it instead.
Yeah, building Helm of the Dominator into a Wraith King with Midas. He's
Yeah, that's
being greedy.
interesting,
He wants
isn't
the
it?
gold from it. He wants the full gold from it. Because if you use Midas, you only get 180 rather than the full 200.
Radiant's bottom
And
tower
of course,
is
can't use
under
Midas on
attack.
something else and get the extra 180. So, but yeah, actually getting the kill on this creep seems very unrealistic. And now they're taking the tower. 4 heroes positioned down here just to put on the pressure. So in the top lane, the Chosen One will get to work on this tower. But bottom's already gone. Is anybody going to TP up top to try and defend this one? Doesn't look like it. Seems like Slardar will get himself a freebie. So that catapult wave will be in 2 waves
Look at
time.
this.
They're still going. Fervian, he's getting around down here. He's got the ink spell on himself, which is going to actually stun the Centaur, but it doesn't really matter. There's so many heroes down here that they'll just be able to run down the Grimstroke, but that does mean they get the tier 1 tower at top. So far, they're going to be pretty okay with this on Nemiga. Let's see if Team Spirit keep going down here. It looks like they're not planning on stopping. They've still got this Chronosphere to use, and by God, they're going to use it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dude, look at the Slardar's item build as well. It's got Vlad's first. Like, what is this?
Interesting.
We don't see this at all anymore. Like, there's just better utility items available.
Yeah.
But, like, would you not want to build a pipe or something? Like, I guess the lifesteal's really good for the Wraith King and the OD. You know, stacking with the Wraith King's Vampiric or later on as well. Gives you decent armor, but I am still surprised.
It limits your ability to do stuff. And I feel like, yeah, Slardar, he wants to do stuff. But at the same time, you've got this Midas. Radiant's Wraith King. You know he's not going to be fighting for a while. OD at the same time as well. You know he's got a Midas. He's not really going to be looking to take fights. You know they don't want to be going towards Team Spirit right now. Their plan is obviously just to ignore them. So they get this this Vladimir and just chill themselves out. And he's actually got planned out. Is that a hood into Aghanims?
Oh, what a build! That sounds good,
Wow.
man.
Okay.
I mean, this is what I was talking about. Just why would you not just build a pipe instead of the Vlads?
Yeah.
Like, maybe they want to hit some timing with the Radiant's Wraith King, where they just push with the the extra damage coming through from the Vlads. But I'm unsure for now. But with the way this game's going at the moment, I think they're pretty fine. Just being a little bit more greedy. They seem to be getting farm on all 3 cores, so why not?
Absolutely. Meanwhile, down at the bottom, well, then peacefully farming up, and they're like picking him out. Zitrax and Astral here are picking him out, but they're like, what can we actually do against this? Even with a Sacred Relic, I don't think you're killing him, boys. He's just a tricky dude, especially with that Chronosphere as well.
They're just going to get this mid-tier 1 on the dire side now, though. This sniper's got Midas Mail. He's farming so quickly.
Oh, Velor gets a tower. Nicely done.
G, why is G not using his Midas either? What is happening?
They just want the XP, apparently. All
He's
about
like,
that
"Oh, God."
XP.
Running towards the Joker. Oh god, guys, I forgot to Midas.
He's still not doing it. There's no big creep either. What are you waiting for? He used it on the Did he just use it on the little satyr?
I'm unsure.
That looked like if he waited all that time to use it on the little satyr, then I am done.
I mean, if you want more gold, right, you use it on the little creep.
Yeah, but they can just use it on a lane creep, like whatever.
Yeah, but he wants more gold.
Wants the maximum
That's the
amount of
smart
gold,
play.
right? Well, then you
Next
just got to
level.
wait for the hill trolls to spawn and then use it on one of the skeletons. 5 gold skeletons turns into an 180 gold creep.
Fervian.
Hashtag value. Yeah, Fervian, he's probably a little bit dead here by my estimations. Funnily enough, I was correct, but now they should get the return kill onto Velhorn. Yep, that's a lot of damage coming through, especially with this Radiance now finished up on Zidtrax. Makes it a very easy kill. Illidan comes in, he gets the Chronosphere off, but this is a Wraith King with Reincarnation and a Radiance. So Illidan is not going to do anything to that guy. Just has to run himself away. No real threat here at all, and Zidtrax is like, yeah, I want my health back. Even though I've got 3 points in Vampiric Aura and no one else is low, I'm going to pop that shrine anyway. You know what, Zidtrax? You're the kind of guy in the pubs. Popping shrines like they're hot buns.
Yeah, he's the guy that doesn't ask his teammates if they want a shrine. So it's like a 50% teammate HP teammate walking over, and he's already popped it.
Yep.
Come on, man. He does have his radius now, though, so he's really farmed. Like he's just gonna, when he gets his blink next, it's basically just gonna be his job to jump the sniper in these fights.
I just like the idea of imagine a battlefield where everybody's just got really, terrible fitting armor and rusty swords, and then this one dude just rocks up with a flaming sword. That's basically the paradigm of this game right now. He's just rocking up, way kitted, and everyone's like, whoa.
Everyone's like, oh my god, this guy's got cheats on. That's not fair.
Yeah. If you could have an item in real life, which one would you have?
Good question. So these are the things that I was waiting for.
Yeah, they're coming. Don't worry.
Oh, that's
See, I mean, it's really obvious to choose mech or Urn or something, and then you just get a job as a paramedic and you just roam around the place, go into a car crash, there's bodies scattered everywhere, everyone's dying on the floor, and just go boop. And
you could build Aeon Disc, right, and then just be the best stunt double the world's ever seen.
Yeah, that's actually a really good shout.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh my god, you just jumped from the top of a 50-story building, and you're just completely unharmed.
That's where I saw a bunch of blood there, but apparently you're okay. Yeah, I feel like I mean, my use was kind of, practical. You'll just
Mine's a little bit more greedy. That was all.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
still gotta have goals.
It's going to get to a point soon, right, where when the Starlight gets blink, I feel like the Radiant next side, they just play around this Roche pit.
Yeah.
And then if they win a fight, they just take the Roche so quickly with the Starlight Process haze. Ooh,
Down
bot
at
lane.
bottom, OD has been chronospherized, and he's taking some damage here. He's not going to get out of this one as the rock has dropped perfectly as well to add in the extra time for damage. Meanwhile, Vanscore is being down. I think he got stunned just as he came out of that one, but they've lost Vanscore as well. Illidan into the tree lines here. Doesn't really want to find Zitrax and Chosen One. They've got enough lockdown to keep him still, and he's running out of mana as well, so he moves himself north. The blink is there. Zitrax has it. He's on top of him right now, but where is the Slardar? He's making his way over. The silence finally connects. It is level 3, so it's going to take a while to bring him down, but he doesn't have mana for the Time Walk. He doesn't have the wand. He doesn't have anything as he is blown up. Zitrax gets the kill. This Wraith King just keeps on rolling. Nemiga in a really good position right now.
Can I just go back to the chronosphere? Is that a technical term? Or...
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, literary historians have confirmed that one for me.
Yeah, really nice play. Turnaround kill back on the Void there. They smoked up on the Radiant side before to try and get something done. But yeah. Unfortunately, they had to just go and return to their OD being dead.
Eating that delicious tome, getting that delicious knowledge. Oh, that's another one you could get as well if you had a tome. You like make yourself, I don't know, you'd be like older mentally, I guess.
Isn't that just called
you'd probably be
reading?
physical order as well. Yeah, but you do it instantly. You just get to read a
Yeah,
book
but-
instantly.
Yeah, I guess.
I like books. Yeah, no, that'd be pretty lame when I have
Dire's
a
middle
level 2.
tower
What about
is
Aghanims
under
upgrade? Because
attack.
everybody has an Aghanims upgrade now, right? Which means that you would have an Aghanims upgrade. So your ultimate ability, therefore the thing you're best at in life, would
Oh.
then be amplified.
That's true.
We have a fight going on. Zitrax is actually being targeted down. He's going to be the one they initiate on right now, but Earth Spirit's also getting really low. Zitrax on the run. The Sanity Eclipse is actually dropped, and they're trying to run down G. This is a great target if they can find him, but on the backlines are just jumping straight in. The magic kill of Vanscore, Fervian dead as well, and with the False Promise, that's going to keep the sniper alive. It's Illidan jumping straight back into this one, but the False Promise also being used on the Outworld Devourer as it's stolen and turned around. Mildred is going to die all the same, but Zitrax is on top of Illidan once again, trying to chase him down with feeling some deja vu right now. Stun comes out onto the Illidan Storm Rage. He jumps up to the high ground, trying to give him a bit of a runaround, but the Radiant is just ticking and ticking and ticking away. Illidan on the run. He's got another one. Tumbling down to the low ground. Does still get the value out of it, but now they catch him once again. The blink to follow. The Chosen One's there as well, and Zitrax claims yet another kill onto Illidan Storm Rage. Nemiga once again, I would say, coming out with a victory as they managed to kill both G and Illidan.
I'm really impressed after the Midas usages earlier that in the middle of a fight and an engagement, he uses it there, though. It's like, goddamn, I didn't get 100% efficiency before, but I'm going to do it now, I promise.
Yeah, just, you know, in the middle of the fight, you got all the neurons connected and everything's, the adrenaline's there. You're in the zone. And he's now level 18 on this Wraith King, so he's going to have that 40-second cooldown on reincarnation. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. And this Dire side really can't take a fight without Chrono at the moment. Like, it's their only way they can...
to G. He's on his team.
Oh.
Sorry, just a dumb joke.
But yeah,
Anyway.
I mean, that was really nice from the Slardar. He came into the backlines and stunned the Void and the sniper together. So the Void was just about to jump in, but sneaky little fishman down the river managed to take him off guard a little bit on the Void.
Yeah, 4 points to the Guardian Sprint as well, so he's really loving being in this river right now, and anytime one of those fights come off, he's just going to be having a whale of a time, or a fish of a time.
And he has this blink now on the Slardar. Yeah, that's crazy. Ooh. Oh dear.
Yeah, life looking real hard for Team Spirit right now, and this is a best of one, and probably their hopes of making it to the playoffs on the line.
It just feels like a lot of their DPS is like all in on the sniper at the moment.
Yeah.
So if this sniper ever gets picked off at the start of a fight, or they use the OD's got a blink, the Slardar's got a blink, and the Wraith King has a blink. This is what we were talking about. You know, it's going to get to at some point in this game where the sniper has to be super careful about these three cores. If he can get away with just like not being touched in the backline, the Dire have a really good chance of like winning fights. But as soon as he gets jumped on, it's really difficult for them. I wonder if he builds a BKB next on the sniper. I just don't think it would help, is the problem. And can we also say, when the Corrosive Haze got used on the Void, how much damage did that Wraith King do? It was pretty crazy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
All right, Fishman's got Blink coming on the courier. Can the Radiant just play for Roshan now? I feel like they can. On the Dire side, you are playing into Chrono, so it's a bit more difficult, into the Rosh pit. You do have to be careful, but I feel like they should be okay. Maybe just try and smoke up again and find a pick off before you head into that pit. Yeah, it looks like the Slardar is looking to play with the Wraith King here. They're trying to get something done. Just grouping up down together. And this poor little Void is showing. There is an Oracle behind him though, so Vanscore's ready for this play.
Waiting behind, ready to jump. The question is, can they actually take down Zetrax?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like, they're not going to be able to do it by the time everybody TP's over here on the shrine as well. It's just a free ride back. Also, what's with this blade mail pickup? This is a super late blade mail, and he was just like, yeah, Blink, Radiance, Midas, and then into the blade mail.
The blade mail is one of those items that's really good against these like glass cannon kind of heroes, so like Sniper, where it basically stops him from wanting to go on you. And if you're the Wraith King, it means you can just blink in and do like whatever you want. Because the Sniper can't really, hit you anymore.
Grabbed by Astral. This is a good spell for Rubik. I feel like it's okay. I guess any mobility is like an okay spell.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really nice as well in terms of initiation. Like if you just time walk in and then follow up with the lift.
Okay, so you're a big Rubik player, but what would you rate it out of 10?
Ooh.
Oh no, let's give it a tier like A, B, C, D, E, F. S.
Oh, it's like a B to C, I think.
B to C. Come on, give me a solid number. I don't like.
If you go all the way from A to F, I think it's like a C.
A C. Okay. All right. Thank you. So it's pretty good, above standard.
Probably not that good this game though, considering they have 3 cores with blinks. But
True. Well, does that make it that much worse, or does it just give you the ability to chase further? I mean, that's what the Wraith King's been doing. He's been running people down. With the cooldown on that as well, it gives you much better chase potential than a blink can give you in terms of runaway. The runaway to chase is kind of tipped in your favor.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower.
Look at this Wraith. Look at these skeletons. They do so much damage. It's unreal, honestly. This tower just melts. Yeah,
I experienced this the other day. I was playing against the Wraith King, and the skeletons just kept chasing me around the map, and I was like, what's these guys' problems? And they're just smacking me up.
Top tower is under
it's really annoying when that happens and you're not on a hero that's playing wave clear.
Yeah.
So like, you're trying to attack these skeletons one by one, and you're just dying.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, I was on Earthshake because I had wave clear, but at the same time, like I don't want to use that to kill a skeleton. So and you just end up being like harassed across the map until you can find someone to give it to.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Are you ready for the 2-time skeleton spawn talent? I mean, I am.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, so whenever you're playing Wraith King, unfortunately what you've got to do is you've got to look at the enemy team and you go, are any of them going to build a diffusal blade if they see me pick this other talent? And the answer right now is yes.
He's going to go skeleton spawn. You ready?
I guarantee you he's not. Damn it! All right.
This is why I'm here.
Yeah, this is good. Just giving the analysts some credibility. Much needed credibility.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, I mean, there's some games where you can just get away with it, and it's insane. Like, there's just 18 skeletons running down the lane.
If you ever especially if you have the damage talent as well.
Yeah, exactly. If you ever get put in a position where the enemy aren't ready to quite defend, and 16 skeletons start hitting your tier 3 tower, it melts in like 10 seconds.
You know what else they should do? I think they should make it so Reincarnation casts Wraith Fire Blast talent.
Yeah.
That should apply on your skeletons, but just to one person. Just one Wraith Fire Blast per skeleton.
Can you imagine the pixels? There'd just be stuns everywhere.
Yeah.
And they on both deaths as well, even after the reincarnation.
No, it doesn't apply. It only applies on reincarnation, doesn't it, for Wraith King?
No. If you're gonna make something stupid, go the whole way. Don't just half-ass it.
What are these
That's the way.
skeletons doing? Get into battle, boys. They're stuck on the... Oh, no. Oh, no, there we go. They're watching their brethren die, and they're like...
Oh, there's more coming.
Scanning.
Yeah, you thought you were done. This is second wave.
Look at this Earth Spirit. He's just melting.
Oh, God. Save me, G. Indeed, save him.
It feels like both teams are really scared to make moves across the map at the moment. Like, they're kind of waiting for the other team to make a mistake and then just counter-initiate. Like, one team has the chrono that they want to kind of counter-initiate with instead. They want the Earth Spirit to go in first, right? And then just let Void have the targets that whoever he chooses. But the Radiant want to see the chrono come out first so that they can, like, blink and save somebody with Astral and then just, like, turn the fight around.
Pretty sick play from Astral, by the way. He just time walked down the low ground, denied the regen rune, and then this time walk ran out, so he's stuck in the river. Just kind of taunted around a bit. BZZ just finishes up these Greaves. This might be the time in which Team Spirit were waiting for.
I'll be honest, I don't know what they're both waiting for at this point. I feel like both teams are quite happy to let this just go late, right? Like, the Radiant have 3 scaling cores, Dire have a Void and a Sniper. I think they both think that they're going to be okay going late game.
Classic. Both teams being like, yeah, we got this, we got this. Who does got it? Only one team's got this.
The question is, can Astral steal Chrono at some point in this game? Is Illidan going to give it to him? Is he going to get the time dilation off?
Is that an S tier steal?
What, time dilation or Chrono?
Oh, stuns out, and now with the Inkswell coming off as well, but the Pulse Promise is going to be there to help buy Faceless Void a little bit at a time, and they're really struggling to do enough damage to him right now to turn that orb red. Zitrax, though, he doesn't give a shit. He's still chasing, and in comes a blink from the Chosen One, and they'll be able to find that one.
They need
Meanwhile,
to get the
G
sniper.
queuing from the sidelines right now, a nice 4-staff up to the high ground, get himself well and truly away from this fight. Illidan's back in, though. He's got a Chronosphere, and he wants to use it. The haste forwards are going to surge him up. Who can he find? He's looking. He might be getting a bit desperate here, though. Now has to turn himself around as the sun's out onto the poor old Earth Spirit, and Zitrax just runs in, takes down Velasful. Meanwhile, Vanskill's picked up on the backlines as well. Zitrax with the BKB just running forwards. A beautiful Chronosphere onto 3, but OD is outside of it, and he can just continue, but they vacuum him into it, but it doesn't even matter. They're going to get a kill onto Illidan all the same. The Chosen One will go down, and with a nice shot from the high ground there, G will actually be able to claim himself 2 kills. Wraith King coming back to life, and he's going to be hit inside the wall immediately as G's just up on the high ground right now, pewing away. OD trying to get himself out. Meanwhile, BTZ just going for a little bit of a jog, going to find himself a bounty rune and TP himself to safety. Wow, what a fight.
I mean, that Void diebacking, though, is such a massive cost for this Dire side. Now, after that, we talked about it before, but it's now so more than ever that they're all in on this Sniper for damage.
Yeah.
And he did get a BKB on G, by the way. Kind of stopped at, any kind of potential going onto him. Again, he still needs, like, another damage item, it feels like, to really seriously harm this Wraith King.
But I'm worth so much
Poor
more.
Wraith King. How could you want to harm this little guy?
Look at these poor little skeletons. Murdered by shrapnel.
Yeah, thankfully they do have pretty good wave clear to deal with these skeletons. But doesn't mean they won't push.
They're just really annoying to play against. Like, yeah, they've got the Iron Shell. When the Earth Spirit gets level 15 with the Rolling Boulder as well, that'll be nice.
Rolling Boulder. He's got to wait a little. Yeah, you want to wait when you're playing with Earth Spirit just to get those charges back. But more importantly, you want to wait for this Chronosphere. Didn't really. It was a good Chronosphere as well, and it still didn't really happen for them. I feel like he was too desperate to get it off in the first place. He was like running on the front lines, and that did end up getting their Earth Spirit killed.
Yeah, he felt pressured, I think, to be able to get the Chrono off, and it was a really good Inkswell by the Grimstroke, because even though the Chrono went off, the Void was just next to an Inkswell target, so he just got stunned up like the whole duration of the Chrono.
I was wondering what stunned him there, because I was like, how did anybody stun him? Never mind, I'm just going to keep casting.
Can't even call talents. Doesn't know what's going on.
Never do. I just shout loudly enough, nope, no one notices.
The life of a play-by-play cast.
More or less.
Oh,
Get
Rubik's
the
got shrapnel.
horde down in the bottom lane. They pinged it out nice and early, so there's not going to be any surprise towers being taken. But it's Day of the Dead down here.
Yeah, and it means that somebody's going to have to go and deal with this bot lane, so that it kind of opens up Roche a little bit more. Like you see Zitrax just moves into the pit now straight away.
Yeah, he's happy to go. Shrapnel me all you like. I don't care. Okay, he doesn't care at all, but he moves himself away.
Look at the tower bot.
Jesus. I mean, the split shot's doing a bit, but they're just going to come back to life.
How would you deal with the skeletons? The answer is you don't. You don't.
Well,
OP.
Illidan's going to try, but the tower it's nearly dead. Okay, we'll be able to clear them off. So tower brought down to about 188. And a couple more skeletons just come back to life, but he will be able to finish them all off. Meanwhile, the standoff for Roche Pit still going strong, but yeah, they're going for the cheeky, beaky wrap around the Duda. And Zitrax has the blink up into the high ground. The smoke does pop. He sees Vanskull. It's a great target to bring down. Can they do it in time? They're on top of him. They will get that kill. BKB bot from Melodil as well. Illidan TPing into this one, but doesn't want to throw down the chrono because they need to defend G at all costs. But now they just turn around onto the face of point. They need to keep him stunned up. A nice Manta. He's running himself away. He's not throwing out the chronosphere. He doesn't want to do it on these two heroes right now because they don't have the opportunity to kill either of them. And that's just going to be Vanskull dying back, wiped off the face of the earth once again. Ooh, dearie me. That could cost them in the long run right now as they bring down the little golem as well. Just hanging out and trying to stay alive. Roshan now a real potential.
Yeah, definitely. And it was really well played by the Slara there. Just jumps onto the sniper by himself straight away. Like, he understands that that's the most important target. They can get him down. It's huge. Rubik stole the wall as well, by the way. So if Rubik can get a wall usage onto the sniper, this next fight, I can only see it going one way.
Go on, skeletons. Finish her. Good job, guys. Mojo will take the Aegis. Makes sense to me. But yeah, another thing about that Slardar jumping on the sniper as well, it means that, in a weird roundabout way, the Void can't chrono anymore. Because if you chrono and a sniper is being ran at by a Slardar, you're not going to do anything inside the chronosphere. Like, nothing's going to happen. It's just going to be hold. And you need to make this chronosphere do work in these fights right now. So I really like the way. I mean, obviously, when you're playing against a sniper, you're always going to be trying to run them down. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
This Void is in desperate need of a BKB, which he is building. But not easy to try and find that space of farm on the map at this point.
Oh, he's going for the bounties, but the bounties have already been claimed. Astral. A rich boy right now. He's still got this wall of replica, by the way. Just chilling.
He's loving life. Having a great time. Wraithing Soldier's Midas has picked up the AC. Oh dear.
Pretty hot in England right now. We could use ACs as well.
That would be nice, yeah. It always annoys me when, like, people from other places come over to England and they're like, oh, but it's not hot here as anywhere else. And you're like, yeah, but we don't have aircon, like, built into our houses.
And our house is made from like bricks and insulating layers of walls. Super
Oh my god.
Yeah, this Oracle is a little bit dead. Vanskull just gets his chips chopped.
When do you chop chips? That was a weak
I don't know.
one.
Yeah, that was really bad. I don't have I'm not gonna lie. I have a list in front of me usually, and this is what happens when I try and improvise. Not good.
They're just gonna go high ground here as well. Oracle's still dead for 25. Not really worried about anything. Here come the skeletons. You ready? Oh my god.
Yikes. This is a lot of damage. Zitrax and the boys going to work, but they do get taken out pretty quickly. They'll respawn, but inside the shrapnel, they're not going to last a very long time. You need to get these boys a pipe. But still.
Look at the damage.
Still. Look at them go. If you just get a pipe, surely they just live. Like,
yes. I mean, the Slardar has a hood.
Yeah, he's still going for the Aghanims, which I respect mightily. Unfortunately, he did stop for the Blink Dagger and the BKB.
Yeah, I think the pipe would be really nice, but he just wants that Axe at this point. I played against this yesterday, Slardar Axe. It's actually
they
really
increased the range of it, didn't they?
Especially when he gets the 25 talent. If he takes the crush one, you're making puddles like every 3.5 seconds. It's pretty crazy.
I was about to say I've never seen that time, but then again, I've never seen Slardar play, so.
So it's not a popular hero at the moment, has to be said.
Man, minus 4.5 seconds. That makes it a 3.5 second cooldown.
Yes.
Can you stun lock? Or is your attack speed not quick enough?
No.
Is that the
usually
key then? You just go
unless you
Moonshard?
some, like, unless you built some like meme builds. Then
Look,
you'd
he's,
probably...
he's queued up a moon shard.
Yeah,
Me and
yeah,
the
yeah.
Chosen One are on the exact same level here, which is worrying for him.
Yeah, that's definitely worrying for him actually. If you're on the same level, I wouldn't wish that upon anyone.
Citrax, he's thinking, he's finding, he's stunning, and he's not probably going to do a whole lot. Although actually with the lift to follow up as well, they've got the damage. They're going to have to use the Fortune's End for this one. Meanwhile, the Inkswell Soulbind comes out onto 2. And in comes a stun. There's a damage. There's a BKB. That score, he's annihilated. And look at the damage coming through from this OD as well. He is going in deep. A nice Chronosphere. G is here to follow up with a bit of damage, but also being zoned out by Citrax. They're not doing anything, really. They're just not doing enough. G, what you hitting for? He's like a kitten. Now they're going in onto the Chosen One. All right, Illidan, he gets some work done right now. Third, going to drop as well. Nemiga on the retreat, leaving the Dire base right now as they're going to be respawning on Meljul right now. He got his Aegis popped, and he's probably going to get his brain popped as well, as in comes a roll. Perfectly timed. That is one dead Outworld Devourer. Not going to be devouring any Outworlds today, as there are 3 dead inside the Dire base. Team Spirit, they fight back hard. This team of veterans know how to play some Dota 2.
Yeah, they need this Wraith King to be using his reincarnation there, I think. They're just trying to force the fight. You don't need the OD to be the one that jumps in so massively far. I think he just needs to be one that's there to counter-initiate. I feel like the OD can't really get caught in the Chrono. Also, that fight looked like a massive disaster for the Dire after that Chrono came out, but like a big vac wall saved them there. I think it was a 4-man. It was everyone except the Wraith. Yeah, well played by BZZ.
The big plays, isn't it? It's, you have vacuum wall, and all of a sudden, the farmed enemy are facing themselves.
Do you remember the old Earth Spirit Darks here, where the stun was the kick, and then you would vac them and just stun them all together with the kick?
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty bon.
was nice.
When you look back at it now.
Are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This sniper.
G, they're really pinging out G right now. The BKB is actually forced to be popped from the Slardar. He's CP'd into this one, but found in the trees by Illidan, but it's a wraparound. It was all a bait. Zitrax on top of him, falls up onto the high ground, and with the Force Promise, they're fighting up right now. Illidan's also going to be able to time up so much damage off that back. Meanwhile, Vanscore, he is shredded up. The first casualty of this fight will be Team Spirit, as he's fought down. They're targeting the sniper, but they're just kicking him around all over the place. It's catch the sniper, and Sniper is certainly getting away, and now Chronosphere as well, but the Wraithfire stuns everybody up with the reincarnation, but the stolen Chronosphere on top of the sniper with the damage from the Sanity's Eclipse as well. They'll be able to take down Felhorn. Now they've found G in the tree lines. What the hell just happened? Nemiga turn it around in a huge way. Oh my goodness, Astro finally gets himself his hands on that Chronosphere, and he makes it go to town. Also, that Wraithfire blast, absolutely insane. Like, they use a Chronosphere, and then they just like, oh, we're stunned for the entire duration of it. Pretty cool. Also probably means that Void couldn't stun anything off it afterwards.
Yeah, it's really difficult. But that's exactly what I was looking for from Nemiga's side. They need to let this Wraith King be the one that tanks spell. Like, as soon as he's the one that dies first, like, it just allows so much space for the rest of the Radiant team to get their damage off. And yeah, great stolen Chrono by the Rubik. Means he's going to have it for the next fight as well if they just wait a little bit longer. So all the Rubik has to do now is just jump in and Chrono the sniper. Like, I don't think anything else matters. If he can do it during the BKB duration on the sniper as well, that would be even better.
Dire's top
An
shrine
arcane
is
ring.
under
That
attack.
could be a tasty little number for the Rubik right now, but maybe they'll want to be giving that one to the Outworld Devourer instead. MKB picked up from the OD as well. Wires.
Yeah,
Someone got...
it's different.
What? Oh,
mean,
Butterfly and Sniper, right.
Yeah. Like, well, we don't normally see these MKBs being picked up on OD. They kind of usually don't go down that route. But he just goes for any.
Yeah. Set your own meta. Be your own man.
I think it really is just to show that they understand that the sniper's the only problem that they have at the moment. So, like, if they kill the sniper, then there's nothing. Especially now he's brought back. All they have to do is just kill him once and the game's over at this point. No buyback duration. Minimum roast time is about to hit. So it looks like the Radiant is trying to just camp outside a little bit. Oh, there's a DD bot.
Ooh, this
Yikes.
might force them into action here. This could be enough. He's just going to straight up pick it up. He's got himself those 8 Mortal Stroke Skeleton charges as well, so ready to push down a lean whenever he sees fit. 21k gold advantage to make it. How much more do you need?
I
Well,
think they just want to wait for this second row shit. It's
Yeah,
going to be
true.
quite a long one, though. It's like 2.5 minutes out of the 3 max. So that's really unfortunate for them. They would have liked it as soon as possible to try and fight, try and fight as early as they can before the sniper has buyback.
Yeah,
I'm actually
absolutely.
going to smoke on Spirit.
Okay. But they've just spawned. This is really bad. 'Cause they've just spawned skeletons up in the top lane, so they're gonna have to make this kill happen quickly, and they're not gonna be able to do so as the chosen one pops a BKB and gets himself away. But the surge forwards, Illidan is chasing. He pops the Chronosphere. They really want to bring down the Slardar, but they're just not doing any damage to the guy. He's surviving through it all, and another Chrono in the backline is just onto Vanskor and to the sniper right now. But there is no follow-up. Meanwhile, on the backline of the fight, it does seem like Illidan's able to get away from this one. Mega able to escape as well. Meanwhile, Zitrax fighting into G. Zitrax will be the one to drop here, it looks like, but he casts a Wraith Fire Blast upon death, starting to Astral Spirit comes down as Wraith King back to life, stuns up the sniper, but there's too much damage coming into him right now. Meanwhile, the skeletons are getting to work. Zitrax dropped though for a second time. Top racks are starting to fall. The boys are getting to work, and the TPs are coming in. They will be able to defend. Will they? No. The range racks have gone down. They will be able
There's
to defend
no
the melee racks.
buybacks on 2 of the cores on the Radiant side.
Oh, that is
What?
that is slightly costly. So Mergel, he went in hard for this Monkey King bar.
The Rubik jumped in and chronoed the Oracle just as the Wraith King had blinked in as well. So the Wraith King,
Oh.
like, he just didn't have a way. He was just stuck in the chrono. Like, and then the
Well,
Rubik
use the
kind
Radiance
of
burn.
the Rubik kind of redeemed it a little bit by lifting the sniper into the chrono, but it was just about to end anyway. And that's so costly. Like, using your Wraith King buyback all of a sudden kind of puts you on edge a little bit here on the Radiant side, even if you are like 12k net worth ahead.
For some reason, Astral has 4.3k gold. So yeah, he's feeling pretty good about life.
Hey, I mean, he wants Ags, but he needs to save for buyback now, especially because his Wraith King doesn't have it. So
Well, I mean, you could buy it and then just hope you get a kill in the fight. That's what I always do.
yeah, but
That's a terrible idea. Yeah.
yeah, especially because he's a lot of their wave clear, right? And they have the Grimstroke as well, but like this Fadebot's such a big deal with damage reduction.
Yeah, and he's stole Shrapnel as well, which is very, very crazy with Arcane Supremacy, by the way. It just lasts forever. Like, this will not go away anytime soon. Although, they've actually caught him out here. Good thing he saved for buyback. Although he can actually buy the Agnums right now.
I have seen the future.
Well, he's dead.
You're not
No biggie.
in it.
Bounty runes will be claimed. Oh, just straight up buys back. Look at this guy. He's just like, oh, I don't want to worry about that stuff anymore. I'm just going to buy back, buy my Agnum Scepter.
I think he knows that he needs to contest the Roche with his team. That's the most important.
Absolutely. But now nobody in this game has buyback. The next one to have it will probably be BZZ.
That's so
looking up
exciting.
or maybe Illidan, actually. BZZ or Illidan. It's a race.
I love that Void's 3/2/2 gold away. Apparently, that's oh, it's
Well, yeah, I mean,
disappointing.
it changes pretty quickly, but there was a moment there where it was 3-2-2. Right. So what was a 21k gold advantage for Nemiga has now gone down to 10k gold advantage. Team Spirit getting things back on track.
I'm really surprised the Void's built a butterfly, even though he's like finishes butterfly, even though he's seen there's a double MKB on the Radiant side. Seems interesting to me. Oh my god, this Void has a DD with a butterfly in the pit now, though.
Yeah,
is,
they need to be very aware of this and try and get themselves over quite quickly on the side of Nemiga. Where are they?
This Roche is just dying. Like, you have to
Guys.
go in. You have to commit right now. It's gonna go.
Roshan, he's fallen. They need to get themselves over there, and there's the Inkswell coming out as they blink into the pit, keeping Pace's voice stunned up. Can they actually get this kill? No, there's a false promise from the sidelines here, but they need to make sure they're healing.
The
Well
sniper.
done right now, as there's a great Chronosphere, but it's actually onto his own teammate
they
as well,
stole the
and now
Chrono.
stolen. Astral's going to throw it back onto two, holding them still. It's an even better Chrono than the one the Void did, and now Chosen One gets work onto the Aspirate as well. Meanwhile, Fervian's being chased down. Mergel and G are already dead as they bring down Fervian as well, now getting back towards the Chosen One. Right now, it's a battle for sports right now as the Chosen One bashing in as Illidan jumping himself away, and Velhor, oh, he's just leaving him. I thought we were going to go back in on that one. They're keeping him stunned up. Pace's Void's in some serious trouble. He is gone. The miscommunication is extremely costly as the puddles all over the place. Goodness gracious. They can get back into this pit and they can probably take it. There's no Chronosphere up. You're not getting this Roshan. The buyback was just to get the timer going because they knew they would need it to defend.
Imagine if you're playing the sniper there, right? And you're like, Oh no, my void's just chronoed me. At least in a few seconds, I'll be able to get out. No, okay, never mind. And then the Rubik just chronos you as well. And you're like, well, that's my fight.
F.
I don't even know if he
said
got his
that one.
BKB off. I didn't see.
He did. He did. Oh, who? G.
But yeah, on the sniper.
No, he didn't. Unless he used it right
So
at the
sad.
start. But yeah, I don't think he did.
Like, you
Let's,
can understand the
play
void wanting to
Despacito.
chrono there, though, right?
Oh
like,
yeah.
If they kill off the OD, it's massive for them. But unfortunately, the sniper just got caught on the edge. I think, did he get lifted in again? I didn't see, but
No. I think he was just straight up caught out. That said, I didn't really see either, so I could be just be lying.
you're just making it up, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'll be honest at least. You're just pretending.
Oh, they're trying to dispel the corrosive haze, but it doesn't work anymore. He's got the talent. Lotus Orb is useless. He's trying to dispel it off. He can put it straight back on again. I think he used the Manta just as it ran out, so that he could. There you go. He's alright. He's alright. Coming back. Stunning up. Chosen one battered it down.
But should we talk about what the Slardar Agus does, by the way?
Yeah.
25
yeah,
HP
it's a
regen,
puddle.
12 armor, and 40% status resistance. I mean, that's...
The stage resistance is a big one, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's insane. Especially... the armor's, like, really good as well. Like, especially this game against a Void Sniper.
But moving really quickly as well is pretty cool, because obviously Guardian Sprint works inside water, and when you use the Slithering Crush, it makes water.
Yes. Yeah. You can just go around speedy Gonzalez around the fight.
And it kind of makes you the boss of the Roshan pit fights as well. If you can get them down into the river, that is just Slardar territory. You don't even need the puddles.
Dire are scanning.
What are they waiting for on the Ranger side now? Are they big... Okay, Grimstroke's close to an Axe, kind of. But just over 1,000 gold away. That's a pretty big upgrade for their team. If they can get that on the Sniper, you know, that Dark Portrait's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I
Or
think
the
it's called
Void.
Dark Portrait.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's still a fairly new one. I'll allow myself to make a mistake if it's wrong.
Yeah, no problems. I find it interesting that the logo is like a yin and yang or something. It's really weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like what's he got with the yin and yang, but there we go.
You're much better at the lore stuff than me. That's to be said.
Yeah.
And all the little details and things.
Well, Grimstroke, his law's pretty stupid, to be honest. He didn't like his people, so he basically drew them to death.
Oh,
Yeah,
how would you
just-
draw somebody to death?
He just drew pictures of nightmares and horrors and of themselves as well, which is where Dark Portrait comes from, and then captured them inside his ink or something like that. And I
That
don't
sounds
know.
pretty
I'm
boring.
pretty weak on the new characters. Have to do some research in between the games.
You don't need to research the teams, just research
No,
the lore
no,
instead.
the lore.
That's the only way. Dire are kind of stuck inside their base at the moment. They're the sniper has the gold, doesn't have the gold for buyback, but he does have the timer. So depending on how the next fight goes for G, he might be able to come back into this game. Who has an Alpha Wolf following him, by the way, in the Dark Sea. It's very nice.
Here's a cool one for you. Do you know why Slardar likes water so much?
Because he's a fish.
Yeah. Wow, you knew that one. Good job.
I'm really smart.
But do you know why he makes puddles?
I don't.
Slardar's actually a very old man in the lore. He's about 270 years old, so he's got very weak bladder control.
Oh, okay.
So
That
that's
makes
why with the
sense.
Aghanim Scepter, yeah.
Oh god.
We'll all get there one day, okay? Don't laugh.
What are they waiting for on the radio side? They just wait for the Wraithing's buyback. I mean, he's building an Ags, by the way.
so.
I'm so excited.
All right. Yeah, with the synth. It's going to be a long time. That's a lot of gold he's going to need to grab that one, so...
Has his BKB in his back as well. Interesting.
Yeah,
I wonder if
maybe
he
saving
swaps
it
out
for
the boost
second
of travel, or if he like swaps out one of the other key items instead.
Yeah, maybe Blink.
I think the blink's more important than the boost though at this point, because you have to get on top of this sniper, right?
Yeah, but once you've used it and you're in the middle of a fight, like there's not really any chance you're going to be able to use it again.
I'll leave them all.
Have you seen the 600 stroke of fake cast range as well? Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's just low commit or wave clear.
Yeah.
It's really nice in this late game situation, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, such a standoff game.
Yeah, I don't know. Does it need to be? Maybe, I guess. They're taking it carefully. It's a best of one. This is
I mean,
very typical.
It's not just a best of one though. It's the fact that whoever loses this game has no chance of going to TI anymore.
Yeah.
Because they're both 1 and 3 at the moment in
All
the
right,
group stage.
hold up. Slardar has enough money for the Moon Shard. If he buys it, then he's going to have permanent lockdown with Sethering Crush. I don't know if that's true or not, but oh, no, wait, no, because he didn't go for the Talon. No, no, he didn't go for the Talon. He doesn't have permanent lockdown. Oh, well.
Which talent?
The Sethering Crush cooldown.
Oh, what, the crush?
You just stun him, you bash him, you stun him, you bash him. Like, they can't do anything.
I don't think his attack speed's anywhere near enough for permanent lockdown at the moment. It's like 0.8 seconds.
Yeah, no, definitely
0.92.
No, it's only if you have the crush. You crush and then you bash. You crush, then you bash. You got to time it.
Bash every hit. That's not how it works. The crush is a really small stun as well. It's 1 second.
Nah, easy lockdown.
Guy, help me.
Okay, so if you have 3 charge, then bash the T. Nice dodge, very nice dodge. Illidan doesn't want to use a Chronosphere for just a fish. He's got a fishing rod for that.
Dude, this dark portrait of the void.
Oh, nice. Lotus Orb
Watch.
going to reflect the stun onto their tracks right now. And there's a dark portrait coming out. And then actually uses it. Oh my god, the damage from the OD just turns around and blows up Vansko. And now the Chronosphere comes out. A beautiful Chronosphere to bring down Melodil. Immediate buyback from him, trying to get into that one. They're just melting inside of this right now. Sniper has a free fight right now, doing what he wants. A nice vacuum from the Rubik. They jump into this one and will be able to take down Vansko for a second time. And down goes Belhor as well. Zitrax on the front line, just doing whatever he wants. And actually, they catch out Illidan as well. The Chosen One goes in deep and finds it, and then the Maelstrom proc finishes him off, and he's actually going to be able to get out of here as well. So a clean escape, and they go in a deep. They got the big one. They lift him up. They throw him back. They bring him down. That is G going to be dead immediately. Buy back into this fight, but they've got the dark portrait of him as well, doing so much damage to these buildings, and they're just going to move up into the high ground and start hitting up the base. They need to do something, but they don't have their Void for another 100 seconds. They're without their Oracle for another 60. They have the creeps coming in right now. This might be the end for Team Spirit. It's looking like their tracks might have run out.
Look at how far back G is though on the sniper as well. He's not even attacking the Wraith King because he's so worried about these blinks forward. Please, sir.
Yeah, it's looking like there's not much left in the tank for Team Spirit right now. They're still trying to fight it up, and they're just ripping out the Dark Tier into the middle of everybody right now. Well, Felhor's got a BKB, he's running forward, they've also got a buyback onto BKB right now. They seem to be kind of backing out of the side of Nemiga, but they're also kind of, I don't know, I think they could have probably killed the guy right there. This is Dark Portrait still being super annoying. Yeah, and they managed to find the buyback gold, or I don't know if it was a timer or what, but the Void is coming back into this one.
I think it was just the timer on the Void. I might be wrong.
I was meant to have.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't, unfortunately, just had no choice but to buy back there. He couldn't wait any longer. You know, his last melee Rax is on half HP. You got to be really careful on this Dire side now. You know, one more lost fight, and it's going to be over. And G without buyback again. They are in a tough position, it has to be said.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Are they just going to wait for the Roshan on the Radiant side? Looks like they might.
Jesus.
About a 2-minute spawn.
Nice little arcane rune for everyone wants it. Have you seen the range of Dark Portrait?
Yes, it's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Really big. Yeah, you can use it as a sniper, no problem.
Also worth noting as well, this Grimstroke has a gem that is Velhorst on the Earth Spirit. So they're not even going to have vision control anymore, unfortunately for them. They are really backs against the walls now. And there's the axe, dude. I'm ready. Here we go.
Has he got the synth as well? No, he doesn't have this. Oh yeah, he does. He does.
He should have a different kind of picture, I feel. He's like a little icon or something.
Yeah.
He's just got a different name.
Yeah, the axe things are kind of weird.
Dire are scanning.
This moonshot on the Stardust so good. I like that he's building an MKB as well next. He's been the one that's getting on the top of the sniper most of these fights, so if Zada just rushes in with an MKB, the sniper has to be so careful.
What's his attack speed at? It's 0.2
a second.
So so he can hit twice. Okay. You can stun with Bash to the Deep, Slithering Crush, and then Bash to the Deep them again. And yeah, that's a long time of lockdown, but more importantly, a ton of physical damage as well. It's going to be Roshan going down. Surely this is go time. You've got one more barracks remaining. The melee barracks are up still at top. You take these, you get mega creeps, you win the game pretty much. I mean, actually, at 57 minutes in, it doesn't win the game, but it makes it very difficult for Team Spirit to win the game.
If you're OD, don't you swap in the refresher shard instead of your MKB? And at the start of the fight, just blow 2 ults?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, how much int does the sniper have?
Well, who wants
90?
to blow 2 ults at the start of the fight, though?
Yeah, that's true.
You want to collect your int first.
So 90, and then the OD has 177. So that's 87 times 12, which is 70. I'm doing the maths.
Go.
It's about 2,000 damage if he blows them both. It's slightly more. About 2,050, I think. If he blows them both in the sniper. Here come the skeletons, dude.
Chosen One doesn't care. He's just sitting on the high ground right now. He could take the damage from the sniper.
That's a Rubik wall.
That's a Rubik. Okay, yeah. I was wondering if that was the case.
The Rax is gone.
Yeah, they're doing this right now. With the Soulbind coming out, Velhor is just taken down. Void fighting up on the front lines. He's just taking it all to the face right now. He could be in some trouble. He did pop the Satanic, but he's still going to be taking some damage. Not enough to finish him off, though. Astral has the lift onto the Void, bringing him back. He's got himself the Time Walk. The Phantom's Embrace going to slowly catch up to him, but does still get finished off. Melajul with the Refresher. He's going to have another BKB available. But they're just going for the buildings right now. They need to do something on Team Spirit. They're without their Earth Spirit. That is their engagement, their initiation pretty much gone. BZZ, he doesn't have a wall to throw out right now, so he's just having to hold back for the time being. And the Ancient is now being hit up. They need to deal with this, but they're trying to deal with the creeps as well. And the skeletons, and then they go with the vacuum. Faces Void on top of them, but Santi Eclipse gets dropped straight away, but down goes the OD once, but they're just fighting him into them right now. Sniper left unchecked. He's still fighting up. Zitrax trying to bring down the Faces Void, just stacking all the damage into him. But it's going to be Zitrax going down twice. He's got the Aghanim's. Does he fire focus the Ancient? He certainly does. They're trying to kill the Ancient with the illusions. They're dead, but they're still going to try and win the game, but they don't have enough to bring down the Ancient. The Nemiga are going to actually fail in this engagement, maybe with the Sniper still remaining, but they're buying back and trying to get into this one. Slada's going in deep. They use a Fortify, but they realize that the game is over. GG, well played, is called. And there's going to be Team Spirit falling out, most likely being taken out of the tournament. I don't think there's any way they can now qualify for the regionals. Their TI hopes and dreams may well be through and done, but Nemiga take an emphatic victory over these guys. Wow, what a game.
Yeah, I'm surprised they won the fight on the Radiant side when G went completely unchecked on that sniper, like in the last engagement. But yeah, they managed to pull through it. I think, all the creeps steaming into the base probably helped as well. All the little skeletons, kind of struggled to deal with.
Yeah, wow. What a game. A bit of a long one, admittedly, and it wasn't very backwards and forwards, was it? It was basically, Team Spirit had a couple of moments of life, but yeah, Nemiga very much in control, I would say.
Yeah, they never looked like they were bad. The only time it looked a little bit on the ropes for them is when the Wraith King bought back after they took a really bad fight around the Roche Pit. But yeah, aside from that, they were always in control this whole game. They have 3 cores that all scale well going into the late game. It gets to an hour long. You've got to favour them.
Yeah, of course. So, yeah, that puts them in a pretty good position. And Nemiga, well, not a pretty good position, actually. No, that's not true. That puts them in a pretty bad position still because they had such a bad day yesterday. But could this be them going on the up and up now? Do you think?
So who are Nemiga playing for the rest of today? They're playing Empire. And they're playing Fly to Moon as well. So they could still finish 4-3, which would put them in a decent chance of,
yeah, maybe making it some tiebreakers.
Because the problem is for Team Spirit now, who are 1-4, even if they win their last 2 games, they'll be 3-4. And yesterday, most teams finished, all the teams in the top 4 had won 3 games. So the likelihood of, the top 4 having won 4 games by the end is really high.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Spirit.
All right, well, what game have we got coming up next, Mo?
Oh, good question. Let me have a look.
Well, you don't need to have a look. We got Vega versus Winstrike coming up next.
I was just about to say it as well. I'm really excited to watch Vega because they went 4-0 yesterday. They beat Na'Vi. They haven't played Gambit yet, but you don't go 4-0 in a group stage on the first day without playing really well. So
Yeah.
I'm
And
excited
who
to
are
see how
these
they do.
Vega guys, right? Like their lineup is pretty unheard of.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it? I mean,
I think I've heard of GPK before. Everyone else is pretty unknown to me.
They have 3 players from Belarus as well, I think, as well as 2 Russians. So yeah, I don't really know anything about. Like you said, I know I've recognised GPK's name, but they're kind of still fairly new to the scene. I think they got picked up just before Epicenter. I'm pretty sure. I think they played in the Epicenter qualifiers together as well. I might be wrong.
Yeah, no, I seem to remember that happening as well. So I mean, they've been together a little bit now, but still, seeing a team like this disrupt the order of CIS, especially because I find it interesting. There's so many good teams in CIS. I mean, so many good players actually. No, there's not that many like outstanding teams in CIS. Gambit, and VP, and then everyone else is kind of like. They've got so many good players, so much good talent, yet none of these teams are able to stand out above the rest. And then there's Vega Squadron, who don't really have any of these players who you would consider to be good. They've not proven themselves yet, and they're the ones doing the best in this early stages. I hope this continues for them because it's really cool seeing these underdogs kind of come out.
What's happened in the past for them doesn't necessarily mean that in these qualifiers they can't play well. Like when TI rocks around in these qualifiers, there's always one team in each region that takes everybody by surprise.
Yeah,
like I feel like in China it's always the biggest shock for everybody. There's always a stack that just comes through and it takes everybody off guard. So it's nice to see Vega, like you say, just coming in and destroying the old guard a little bit, if that makes sense.
Yep, and I'm very excited to watch them play. That'll be coming up next. We're going to throw it over to a quick break, but after them, we will be back with plenty of more Dota 2 action. My name is Nomad. Here's Mofarah. I do hope you'll join us for the rest of today's game. We'll see you